The holidays are a time for love and family for most, but for others, it is a time of concern. Statistics show that during the winter months, domestic violence becomes more prevalent. News 4's Jacqueline Lambert explains the problems domestic violence poses for victims and their children.
No one deserves to be abused, and everyone deserves to be happy, especially during this season.
However, there is an unfortunate trend that impacts families near and far. A spike in domestic violence incidents. Multiple factors contribute to the uptick in domestic violence around this time of year.
Of course, the abuser, it's always a control factor. And for them to use being stressful to abuse someone is no reason whatsoever, but anything will do when they're the abuser.
Since Thanksgiving, Dothan Police have arrested 11 people on domestic violence charges. While the House of Ruth shelter for victims is not yet at capacity, Underwood predicts that will change in the days and weeks following Christmas and New Year's. The staff is prepared to welcome victims with open arms.
Our staff, they prepare for the uncertainty so that no child will wake up on Christmas morning without a gift, as much as normal as it can be in a displaced location.
Underwood challenges community members who see something to spread the word about the resources available, like the 24-hour hotline.
If there's withdrawal, there's unusual bruising, children come into school and they seem to be withdrawn. All of these signs, there's someone that attends church with you that are going through domestic violence or sexual assault right now. So unusual signs, see something, please say something. Let them know that help is available at the House of Ruth.
In Dothan, Jacqueline Lambert, your hometown news leader.
So far this year, the House of Ruth has helped around 280 victims, with 100 of those being children. If you or anyone you know is in need of urgent help, call the House of Ruth. The number for their urgent crisis line is on your screen right now. That's 334-793-2232.